What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Hey man, before we get into anything in this video, make sure that you like and share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get all updates. Hit the post notification bell. All right, y'all, let's get into it. This one here is gonna go out for all my artists, producers, songwriters, etc. There's been so many conversations about artists versus producers, producers versus artists, who's supposed to get paid, who should get paid first, who should get paid the most. All of these questions are absolute nonsense, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put that out first. I also want to give a huge shout out to DJ Pain 1, Cody, the Music Entrepreneur Club. They've talked about me on there a few times. Wish I would have been a guest on there before they shut it down and moved it on to something else. But I think this is a vital conversation that we need to be having in the music community because there's too many artists, producers, etc. that are going back and forth, bickering at each other, fighting over scraps when y'all really should be collaborating and figuring this out together. So DJ Pain 1 has this tweet that went out saying, "Giving away beats in exchange for future royalties doesn't make sense. If the artist asking for the beats gets no streams, you just got played for $0. If they do get streams, they can just pay a reasonable advance so you can keep making a living." And this tweet got a lot of people up in arms. Why? Right? It seems pretty straight up. Artists, we got to be a little bit more self-aware about ourselves, just to be honest, man. We're not the best thing since sliced bread. And even if you are, the bread got to be sliced, right? So who's slicing it? Who gonna serve the bread? You know what I'm saying? What is the worth of sliced bread if everybody standing next to you is also sliced bread? We're going to keep on that concept for right now. For a lot of artists out there, y'all be feeling like it's a privilege for a producer to work with you, right? Not the case. The same thing can be said for a lot of producers. Y'all be feeling like it's a privilege for the artist to be utilizing your beat. Again, the relationship should be built on symbiosis, man. So the real question that's at hand is, should artists be paying producers up front or on the back end? The answer to that question is based on your intent, what kind of motion you got for your music, and what your benefit is for that producer. Point blank, if you're a brand new artist, you have no music out on Spotify, you have no track record, you got 0 streams, you got 0 money, you have no traction, you don't have no platforms that are posting you, nobody supporting you, no management, no talent agency that even knows your name. If that's you, you're not benefiting anybody by coming to them saying, let's build, right? If you have at least been performing at open mics, little showcases, you know what I'm saying, showcasing your talent. Maybe you got 1 or 2 songs that you haven't released, but you're performing them in front of people and somebody believes in what it is that you're doing. This is the big thing. They have to believe in it. And a producer comes up to you and says, hey, bro, you out there killing it. Let's link up in the studio and make some joints. That's a totally different conversation than what I'm going to get into in a minute. Because that person saw you on stage. They saw the value in what you bring. Maybe your flow is top notch. Maybe your lyrics, the way you put stuff together is like, man, I ain't never heard nobody say that like that. He got it. You know what I'm saying? So that person came and approached you and didn't say, hey, bro, I sell beats. Work with me. They didn't come to you like that. They say, hey, man, let's link up in the studio. Let's cook up. You got somebody that you can build with. This is like the relationship that I have with a lot of the producers that I work with. We link up in the studio. We create ideas. I'm bouncing ideas towards them. They're bouncing ideas off of me. They create a beat. I create a rhyme, hook, lyrics, flow, melody, all that good shit. Then we go figure out, okay, everything is on a 50-50 split basis. So when we put the song out on DistroKid or whatever the platform, let's just say DistroKid for simplicity, 50-50 split. You get half, I get half. If the song gets synced, 50-50 split. When it comes to the publishing and composing, 50-50 split. But it only works, that 50% only really counts if y'all actually go and put work in on behalf of the music after it's created. If you just have intentions of throwing it out there, praying and spraying, then you're basically getting 50% of nothing because you're only going to make pennies, if any. Now, if you're somebody that's been around for a while, you got some placements, you got some cosigns in the industry, you've been performing, maybe you've been to like 10 different states, did a mini tour, or I've been doing spot dates in different cities. People know who I am. People are actually hitting my line for me to come rap. And not just rap, but sing. We don't want to outcast people outside of the hip hop spectrum, although this is where most of the conversations are happening. I wonder why that is. In my experience, the R&B artists are a lot more serious about their careers. They're a lot more educated about their intentions. There's a really dope R&B artist. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she wants to be mentioned or not. But she was dealing with somebody that I used to deal with on a business level. And homeboy told me that she showed up to a business meeting and had full on spreadsheets, PDF documentations of what she's been doing, how much she invested into her career, how much she intended to make this year, all of her projections. If I do XYZ, this is the intended result. I want to drop this project on this date, this month, this time of year. All of that stuff was already previously mapped out prior to their actual meeting. He looked at it and was like, shoot, I don't even know what you need me for. All I got to do is help you execute it. Now tell me how many rappers you know that are actually going to put the time, effort, and energy towards creating all of this outline and layout to present to somebody. If I were to wait, we'd be here for another 3 weeks. That's one level of it, right? Are you taking your craft serious? And I'm not saying that you have to go to that exact extent to prove that you're serious, but you do have to have some oomph about you, right? You gotta have some gumption. You gotta have some resiliency. You gotta have more than just a desire to be known, right? There's nothing wrong with paying a producer on the back end if that's what y'all agree up front. Now, there's a lot of producers out here that sell beats on BeatStars, Track Train, License Lounge, United Masters even, right? And basically there is no negotiation. You see their beats on these self-serve platforms. If they charge $35, $50, $75, some as low as $4.99. There's no negotiation process. The price is the price. If you want it, you lease it, right? They also have their price for an unlimited lease. They also have their price for an exclusive. They also have their price for a complete buyout, which is separate from an exclusive, right? What is the difference between an exclusive license and a buyout? Exclusive means you're the only person that's gonna have access to that beat from this point forward, right? But you still gotta pay royalties after you buy the beat. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Oh, I paid you $35 for this beat lease. Yes, and you still owe them royalties. This is coming from an artist. I'm not a producer. This is coming from an artist. Just because you paid $35 for the beat does not mean when you use the beat and you put it out that the person has parted ways with their interest in that composition or the sound recording, which there would be no sound recording of you had they not already created the sound recording for the beat. So they're entitled to 50% of that. Now, what is a buyout? A buyout is a completely different situation where you may have to pay 10, 15 racks, or on a smaller level, you may pay somebody $1,500, which basically means I'm paying you this upfront fee for you to relinquish and waive all future interest in this track. This is something that also happens to artists in the industry. This is also something that happens with publishing companies. This is also something that happens in the music licensing field, right? We want this track. We have this select budget to offer for a buyout. We're not negotiating. This is what we're willing to spend. Or in the producer's case, this is my price in order to buy me out. And I won't receive any royalties on the master, no mechanicals, no sync royalties, and I won't get no publishing on it. I just want my upfront payment. Pay me $2,000 for the buyout and I'll go about my life. The beat is now yours. Just credit my name. But you got to understand what that entails, right? And I think this is why so many people are online bickering and arguing, is because you got this huge pool of uneducated people on both sides, artists and producers, that don't know their value, don't know their worth, and don't know the people on the other side's value and worth. And because you want to prove that you're valuable and worthy to yourself, your parents, your family, your friends who ain't really listening to your music, y'all are coming in with that baggage, that emotional instability, to where you're willing to say anything to bring this person down because they got a price tag on their work. And you feel like, I shouldn't have to pay for it, I'm the prize. Neither one of you are the prize. Because if that producer can't go make a hit song themselves out of that beat, it's just a beat on a website. If you yourself can't create your own beats and go make a hit record yourself, then you're just an artist on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, not moving. You're stagnant. In both situations, you're stagnant. So you have to make sure that you're coming in with the understanding of either I provide value You provide value, or in the best case scenario, we both provide value for each other. If you're independent and coming into this game, you want to get with like-minded individuals. You can't work with everybody. You can't create with everybody. You can't try to bring your whole team of homies along. I know that sounds like the move when you see Lil Baby, you see Young Thug, you see all these different people in these crews and these entourages, 808 Mafia, all of that stuff. Yeah, they're able to do that because there's business involved. There's money in flow. They can pay people. The younger producers, they're getting guidance and direction from the vets. So they're willing to sacrifice getting some of the bigger upfront placements and money, credit, and all of that different stuff to get their foot in the door. But when you don't have a single toe in the door yourself, how are you going to entice somebody to find value in what it is that you're trying to do? So basically, no matter what happens, a producer is entitled to the back end. Whether you pay them up front or not, they're supposed to get paid on the back end. Some of y'all are out here doing these beat licenses and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with buying beat licenses, right? But there's a limitation on what you're able to do with that music. So when I have consultations with artists and I talk to them about how they can expand and get their music out on a different level, get their music in TV shows, films, advertisements, commercials, all of that different type of stuff, a beat license that you got off of BeatStars will automatically disqualify your music up front. You can make thousands of dollars off these different types of placements, but if you're using BeatStars beats, you have zero chance. So the goal should be to find people that want to work with you. It's just like a relationship. You shouldn't be dating somebody if you don't really like them and they don't really like you. So treat your music business in that same fashion. If we ain't really rocking like that, I'm not gonna work with you. You're talented as shit. Maybe I'll purchase a license to one of your beats just because I want to rap on it, and that's something that I want to do because it's gonna be a fire-ass song and I know everybody in my neighborhood gonna play it. Okay, make a neighborhood anthem. But at some point, if that expands beyond your neighborhood, you're either gonna have to go back to that producer and start paying more money to get more rights to the song, or you could find somebody that's dope who maybe don't have that type of beat in their arsenal, but maybe they know how to remake a beat. Sometimes remaking beats isn't the ethical thing to do, but have somebody make a similar beat and be like, I made this neighborhood anthem, it's getting traction. I need something that's like this because I bought a lease from a producer and I don't think I'm gonna be able to take this to the furthest extent. I need to make another version of this song. Get with somebody, give them the breakdown of what it is that you need, and maybe they can reproduce it and make something that you can take to the rest of the world. If you want to really get ahead of the game and do things right the first time, you got to link with people that you actually rock with. You got to link with people that you can actually have a conversation with and talk, express your intentions. They can say, hey, I like that. I don't like that. I don't think that's going to work. Maybe we should try it like this. Or maybe if we did a split like this, or whatever the case may be, if you can actually have a conversation with a person, get them on the phone, make sure that they check in their email multiple times per day, they can check their texts, and y'all can talk about it, you're going to be able to eliminate all of that extra bickering that y'all be doing. I have never had these arguments that y'all be having online, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. I have never had these arguments. But that's because I came in educated, and what I didn't know, I went out and taught myself. I went and learned from people that knew better. So in summation, should you be paying the producer up front or on the back end? You should be doing both. When I say both, it depends on your intention. If it's strictly transactional, I want your beat and I don't want to develop a relationship with you, pay the money. If the producer says, I don't think you're a dope artist, but I want your money, pay them the money if you want the beat. But if y'all see the value in each other, oh man, dope producer, what's happening? Oh man, dope artist over there, what's happening? Let's link, let's work, let's build. Minimize the upfront fee, do the back end, actually build value in both of y'all, because as that person gets popular on your track, more people gonna be like, man, who made that beat? Future might be like, hey, it's a little homie out there in Atlanta that's rocking, man. He got one of the hardest beats in the industry right now. Who that? Boom. Next thing you know, you got a placement on Future. Vice versa, it could go the same way, but you got to get out your own way first mentally. If y'all still want to talk online and be arguing back and forth, you already in a losing game, because as an artist, that makes you unattractive to producers. You might have producers in your corner that like what you doing, that's watching you and be like, man, shit, I would have gave bruh a beat, but he a lame ass nigga. I don't like how he talking. Same thing goes for producers. There's artists out there that want to work with you, that want to be a part of your movement, that want to get down with you. And like, man, bro got the hardest beats, but he just a fucking dick online. I'm not paying for none of that fool beats. You're making yourself unattractive. So hopefully this gave y'all some insight, a little bit of real life practical information that you can apply towards yourself. Be sure to like and share this video. Comment down below if you like what I'm saying, or if you don't, if you're mad, you can tell me that too. Okay? Either way it goes, I'm not going to stop talking. Stick around for the end cap video so you can check out my website, pengameelite.com, if you need more direct help as an artist, producer, or songwriter. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. Peace and love, y'all. Beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the content. Make sure that you're liking and sharing these videos. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the post notification bell so you get all updates. For all of my artists, my artist managers, songwriters, producers, etc. If you need a little bit of extra help with your career, man, make sure that you visit pengameelite.com, okay? That's my website and my community for all upcoming rising music creators. I got 2 books on there, the Pen Game Portfolio Volume 1 and 2. They're going to give you a lot of insights into the music industry, how to monetize your career, how I make my money off of music, because I am a full-time artist outside of doing YouTube videos. If you need some direct help, you can also book a consultation with me on the Pen Game Elite website. And I also have a Pen Game Elite membership. The free tier gives you access to all of these videos that I post on YouTube and a community of people where you can engage. But I do have the membership plus, okay? You can join that for $50 a month or $500 a year, and I will actually go in and do all of the grunt work for you. If you're not registering your songs on your PROs, if you're not with Song Trust or the MLC, if all your collection agencies and all of that stuff are not up to par or up to date, I will go in there and update all of that for you. If you need help uploading your music to a distributor like DistroKid, United Masters, etc., and you've been making mistakes, you've been claiming content ID on material that you really don't own, hey man, stop stealing people's money. If you do this stuff the right way, you're gonna make it anyway, okay? You can join the membership plus, and again, I will do the work for you, and you're gonna get a free consultation every month just for joining. You're also gonna get the 2 books for free soon as you join the membership plus. All right, much love and respect. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.